Welcome back to New Day. It sure has been a while. I'm Bihan, and if you aren't familiar with me, I voice most of New Day's content. Today, we're going to step back and look at the year of 2025 as a whole. It certainly has been a long year. Overall, New Day has received 18 updates, with 4 being massive updates that add tons of new content to the game. The first update we're going to look at was the food update, so let's dig in. In the food update, a lot of new features were added to the game, such as the ability for islanders to eat, cooking minigames, bait for fishing, quirks for your islanders, and a lot of quality of life fixes. This was the first update of the year, coming out in less than a few weeks from our December 2024 early access release date. Fortunately, it wasn't long until the next update of the game came out on March 1st, 2025. The next update released is known as the Shopkeepers update, where 3 new shopkeepers were added to the game: Kiki, Coco, and Nyx. Kiki and Coco were a crucial part of this update, allowing the player to plant seeds for a farm or sell bugs to Coco for money. Nyx introduced the arcade, which included the bowling minigame and a buyable scratch-off ticket feature. This update also added Islander wants, the ability for an islander to want to do something, which when completed, raised their XP. This is also when New Day started to take on its new form, something that would differentiate itself from other life simulators out there: the ability for your islanders to murder each other. Of course, it was introduced as an expensive ordinance, and only evil islanders were able to actually kill anyone. After this update, New Day didn't see the light again for 5 whole months. We know, it took a really long time for the update to come out, and we are so sorry for that. The update in question? The Confessions update. While the Confessions update did add Islander love to the game, it also added a ton, and I mean a ton, of necessary changes that the game had been so desperately needing for a while now. Importing Islanders had been fixed for everyone, arguments between Islanders can now break out, you could now draw on your Islander's face in the Islander creator, and you could even befriend shopkeepers to unlock special prizes. This update also added a new mechanic to the game called Dynamic Icons. Dynamic icons are the interchangeable icons that let you know what problem your islander is currently experiencing. Fortunately, if you are a fan of mystery, you can disable them in the settings. With this update, we also added guns, and the ability for your islanders to mug each other. Guns are another important part of New Day that allows it to stand out. Unlike other life simulators, we aren't scared to take it to the next level. Speaking of the next level, in just 2 weeks, we'd already prepared another update for the game: the Foodies update. By far, the Foodies update has to be the biggest update we've ever released. It included Steam Workshop support for Islanders, aka the ability to import and export Islanders from and to the workshop. It also added our first set of achievements for the game that can be unlocked through various confession situations. This update also added food stalls for daily discounted meals by your foodie Islanders, the ability to subscribe an Islander to a daily food ration so that you didn't have to feed them anymore, and the option to skip an entire in-game week. Of course, with this being the biggest update ever, we strive to create an even bigger one. The next update is the Office Party update. Now, you may be wondering, Bihan, what is this? What does this update entail? Well, let's dive deeper into a few of the upcoming features that you'll be able to soon play around with. In the Office Party update, you'll be able to assign your Islanders to a career. Assigning them to a shopkeeper position will temporarily remove the shopkeeper in said position from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., and your Islander will take over their role. This allows your Islanders to make their own money without your interference. However, if you want a more hands-on approach, you can always select a career that they'll need help on. Let's take a look at the author career. See this Islander here? Yeah, they want to write a book. Let's write it for them. When writing a novel, you'll be able to choose the title, write a description, and select a general theme your book is based on. Upon finishing, the Islander has to send it off to the shopkeeper that has endorsed their book and get approval from them first. If the shopkeeper approves of the book, it'll be released all over Zoran B. And soon after, your Islander will want to have a book announcement party. Other Islanders will be able to purchase the book with their own funds, or if you haven't given them money, they'll ask you instead. Each Islander takes time to read a book, so it might be a bit before you see their reaction to it. But, based on the traits you can see when 2 Islanders are befriending each other, the Islander who's reading the book will have a negative or positive reaction, depending on if they like the theme the book is based on. And that's it. Rinse and repeat. Your Islander will always gain money when one of their novels is released. If the shopkeeper has disapproved of it, though, they will not gain anything. Careers like this make your Islanders feel alive, like they have a purpose on your island, rather than lounging all around all day doing nothing. But don't worry, careers aren't the only thing coming in this update. New Islander problems, including birthday parties, are also on the way. 2025 was a massive year for New Day content, so we hope you're excited from the previews you just witnessed. We look forward for your continued support for 2026 and onwards. And as always, I'll see you again real soon.